What's up guys, Jeff Cavalier, ATHLEAN-X.com. Today I'm going to show you how to improve all of your shoulder workouts by improving every single shoulder exercise you do. I'm unleashing the master tip. The one tip that can make every single one of your shoulder exercises more effective and therefore improve the results that you're seeing from your shoulder workouts. Here's what you have to do. We're going to start with a demonstration. I want to start with a side lateral raise because it's the easiest place to see this. If you take your arm and you raise it up to your side like this, okay, just lift your arm out to your side as if you just did a dumbbell raise. Now take your other hand and reach up and grab your trap. What do you feel? You probably should feel some tension here in this trap in this position. But you shouldn't, because we naturally, just as we did in our chest workout master tip, we let the upper trap become too active in everything we do, and it's pulling away the possible results you should be seeing from the muscle that you're trying to target. So if we're looking here and we grab here, and that's what you do me a favor from here. Now try to just depress this shoulder. Try to get the trap out of it. Try not to shrug. You should see a drop like that. Or at least you should be capable of a drop like that. If you are, then you're making the mistake. So what you want to do is see if you can do that now on every single exercise, and you can. I don't care if it's pressing, I don't care if it's front raises, I don't care if it's rear lateral raises, I don't care if it's for your side delt. If you look at the problem here, you can see it up close first and foremost. If I were to go and raise my arm up, you can see the contribution of the delt. Yes, it's working to pull my arm up, but the upper trap here is also working to pull my arm up. So if I don't control that, this is the level of activation that I get from the middle delt. But if I actively depress my arms, I try to pull my shoulder blades down, and now I raise, you can see how much more the side delt has to work. And yes, you might have to drop the weight and sort of drop the ego too in order to be able to execute this. But that's going to lead to much better gains in your shoulders. I did a whole video on how lighter weights, I'll link it right here, lighter weights with shoulders is going to increase the hypertrophy and the gains you see in your shoulders, because it's one of those muscle groups that tends to get dwarfed by the contributing muscles around it. It's right here next to the chest. The chest likes to contribute when we're doing shoulder pressing exercises. The triceps like to contribute when we're doing shoulder pressing exercises. It never really gets an opportunity unless you force the opportunity for it to get more isolated tension, and we can do that by getting that upper back out of it. So here's some more examples. If I do the side lateral raise, I'll go back to this one. You actively start by pushing down and depressing those shoulder blades and then reaching out. And you almost want to feel as if you're reaching out and under a fence. Okay, never allow the trap to sneak back up even if you start to get fatigued. That just means you might have to lower the weight a little bit. And I've even showed you before, if you want to add some more tension here, you can stop halfway down and then re-establish and go back up again in 1.5 rep style to really drill home the tension on your middle delt. The next thing you can do is you can bring the dumbbells around to the front. You can do the same thing here. If you want that front delt to work, then you better make sure you're getting the other muscle groups out of it. So again, actively push your shoulders down and then lift. Okay, it's almost like a scooping motion. You should feel it go down first and then scoop up. Okay, down and scoop up, keeping that downward tension as you go up. Okay, you're not going to stop the rotation of the scapula, which is going to allow the arm to raise up, but it's going to stop the contribution and the overactivity of the upper traps and the levator that are pulling your shoulders up and cheating the front delt. We can do the same thing here as you see me doing for the rear delt. Here, you just want to push your arms back towards your butt, right? You're sliding them down. Same thing, depressing them, but sliding them back down because your torso is now parallel to the floor. Now, can you do this on presses? You actually can, and it makes it a hell of a lot more effective for targeting the delt. Yeah, we press, and we sort of press with no mind towards, is this actually even working our delts? We just know that we're getting the weight up and over our heads. And that's fine if you want to just develop big shoulders, because we need to do an element of heavy lifting to just develop the overall strength. But what you're left with is just sort of a big mass of a shoulder, but without the definition and the roundedness that you're looking for in that delt for a little bit more of an aesthetic look. So you have to drop the weight here and focus on how you press. So the same thing here. I can press as you watch me here. I can press with my arms up and overhead. But what I'm doing here is I'm getting the same overactivity of the upper traps as I do that. Instead, what I want to do is I want to pull down and let the arms go for the ride. Okay, so when I let that happen, now the delts are doing a lot more of the work to have to do the pressing. And what you want to do here is not just look at keeping down and pressing, but then let the biceps lead the way. So if I keep this down and press, and I bring the biceps up towards my ears, now we know that we're doing more of the pressing here through the delt and getting as full of a contraction as we can. But the key is still the same. You got to get down before you go up. And I don't care what movement that is, it's down before it goes up. And yes, it's the same master tip as we had for the chest and all the exercises for the chest. But there's a reason for that. Like I said, these muscles are all in the same area. They're all trying to help us push. So they're all trying to find the same cheat. And the same cheat is doing this, and we don't want that to happen. Guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure you leave your comments and thumbs up below. Let me know what you want me to cover here in future videos. Of course, I'll cover more of the Master Tip series. And also, if you're looking for a way to get more out of every single workout you do by doing every single exercise you do better, not leaving really untapped potential on the exercises by making small little mistakes, then head to ATHLEAN-X.com, click on the link below this video, and use our program selector to find whichever program it is that meets your goals. We're going to put the science back in strength in all of those programs. So once you determine what it is you're trying to accomplish, you can be assured that you're going to be getting all the best tips that I have to make sure you get the best gains ever. All right, guys, I'll be back here again in just a couple days. See ya.